Okay, so today we are on location over at Harold's place, and we got the corn in the ground. So I apologize, I got none of this on video for you guys. Uh, it was a struggle, but thank you to the Lord for the rain, because it actually made this whole thing work. So let's see, today's Sunday, Saturday, Friday night. Friday night we were all over here and got talking about possibly planting corn in here. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's try to till that up. Now, naturally, it hasn't rained here in 2 weeks until today, and it was concrete. Uh, I brought the tiller down, proceeded to try to break up the ground. I hadn't ripped it yet, like I did up at the house, and basically it looked like I was running the jackhammer across concrete. It was pretty comical for about 2 minutes, and then I decided to change the tiller and set the height so it was really shallow, and basically I used it to pull up all the weeds that had accumulated on top of the soil here, which it did a pretty good job. Pull the weeds up, and then that's as far as I got it for that night. So yesterday come around, we went fishing that morning, and we had sat down and cleaned fish and fried fish and ate, and got to talking about the garden again. And I said, you know what? I'm going to rip that thing. So I went home, got the tractor, put the ripper on it. Again, I wish I would have got some footage of this for you guys, but someday. Put the ripper on it, proceeded to rip everything where I could. The neighbors actually have some peppers and some potatoes and everything already going here, so I had to be careful. Ripped this up the best I could, and then brought the tiller down here and went across the top of it like I did up to the house in the video that I shared. And it got mostly broke up, but it was still really hard, really lumpy, really dusty. Again, concrete. It's about the best thing I can equate it to. And so we knew we had rain coming today. The forecast changed a little bit, but for the most part, it was going to be raining. And so we knew we had some rain coming. It was going to start early in the morning, which it did. It was about 8 o'clock when it started. And so I thought to myself, if we get enough rain to where it's going to loosen up this clay soil, and I can run the tiller across it while it's fairly wet, but it's still dry underneath, it won't cake the tiller up too bad, this heavy clay, and I'll be able to get across it and hopefully break some stuff up and get it tilled. And that's exactly what I did. Went to church with Louie this morning, come back, and it wasn't raining. I came and checked the garden, ran my hands through the top inch or so of dirt, and it was dry underneath. And so I knew that was my shot. So I came over here, got the tiller running. I just made about 3 passes across this. It actually broke up really, really nice. I think I'm gonna have to keep this in mind if I don't get my soil amended so it kind of becomes more porous naturally, to where I till it right after a light rainfall, because it actually broke up really nice. There's still some clumps, but nowhere near like up at the house, which is this piece here is a lot like that. And so ran across it, got it tilled, went across it with a shallow tilling depth at the final pass to kind of smooth everything out. It all looks really good. Went home, got the planter. We're actually expecting rain here about half an hour or so, hopefully. And got the planter, and I just sowed 6 more rows of sweet corn here. 6 more rows of ambrosia, and I'm super excited because we're gonna get some rain this afternoon according to the forecast. And so I got these freshly sown seeds that are just waiting to germinate. They're gonna get rained on, which is gonna get them moist and wet, and they're gonna germinate, and it's gonna be awesome. So a week from now is gonna be Father's Day. And so this other corn over here that didn't have quite the optimal conditions as today is coming up here. It's been a week, and I've got some rows coming up and stuff. It's not quite a very full stand, but I'm pretty excited about it. And so now I got this going here. I'm really excited. So maybe next weekend here, we'll be able to walk down here. We'll have some baby corn sprouts coming up. We'll be able to check these out and just kind of assess our situation here. I haven't heard back from the soil sampling company yet. And so we're still waiting to hear the results back on that. I'm hoping to hear back from them so I can find out what I need to put down in the ground here, so that way I can add it to the soil when I'm doing my side cultivating and first round of fertilizer here for this year. And don't mind the farmer on his rubber band tires going by. If you can hear the truck and see the tires that look like rubber bands, you know what kind of a farmer he is. I won't say what it is, but you guys figure it out. But anyways, so we got this in, and I'm really excited. Like I said, we're waiting for the soil samples to come back. Sorry, I lost my train of thought with the truck going by. Once the soil samples come back, we'll figure out what we're going to use for amendments. I don't think I'm going to go with synthetic fertilizer this year. I think I'm going to use something natural, some sort of a mixture or something I can purchase, hopefully halfway reasonably cheap. And we're going to go from there, whether it's compost or whatever. I also want to add some amendments to the soil to help break up this clay, whether it's compost or wood chips or mulch or some sort of a combination or whatever or what of. If you all have any suggestions, please let me know. This is a very heavy clay soil. It's pretty unforgiving sometimes. And let's see here. So we're gonna do that. There was something else I wanted to. Oh, cover crops. I've been thinking about my cover crops here. I'm already trying to think ahead of after the corn. So after the corn, I'm looking into what I'm going to put into the ground that's beneficial for one, gathering nitrogen naturally from the ground. Two, tying up the soil with a living plant to help keep the pores and whatnot alive and open in this clay soil, and add some sort of a nutrient benefit to when we kill it off in the spring, and it'll help suppress the weeds in the grass, and we'll hopefully be able to plant right into it. So that's something else I'm thinking about that I'll share with you all. So I guess that's enough of my rambling. I apologize I didn't get any of this on video for you guys, but it was kind of more of the same. I wanted to try to get it done while I had this window here, and so that's why I didn't get it done on video. So here's the hoping, and hope we get some rain. We got a little bit of overcast sunshine right now, but we're supposed to have rain coming, so we'll see how it turns out. Thanks.